I'm here at half-time again with Gemma. At the moment the score is 30-17 to Surrey Storm. Gemma, what do you think about the game so far this first half?
Obviously I'm pleased that Storm are winning 30-17, go Storm. I think it's been a bit of a mixed first half. I think the first quarter Storm really dominated, come out really well. The second quarter I think the change from Kadeem back from keeper to goal shooter has made a big impact. So that last quarter was a bit scrappy, wasn't it, from both sides?
Yeah, I mean the first quarter was 16-8 to Storm. They came out, both teams seemed to have a bit of a nervous performance out there. No one seemed to be really taking control and dominating with clinical play. It all seems a little bit too contested through the court.
Yeah, it's a few loose balls, isn't it? I think they're just overextending each other, aren't they, a bit? And again, that's nerves, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
The change of Kadeem in the second quarter back to goal shooter seems to have reignited Bath, and now they seem to have this new energy that they have got an attacking force up there with her and her power, and the interplay between her and Asher seems to really be working for them as well.
Definitely, I think that's a worry for Storm. I think they need to make sure they keep them contained in there. At the moment we're letting Kadeem get a few passes to get herself closer to the post, ins and outs, whereas if they can contain that, hopefully, and just push her out the circle and make sure she's contained in a way, because she can be a bit real false, can't she, in there?
Asher Francis for TeamBath I think has been really influential. She's got such quick hands and she's such a good playmaker that she seems to drive everything that's going round in that Bath attack. And I think with Kadeem in there as a quick and powerful mover, I think that's going to be the key for Bath, being able to take over this Storm defence and be able to capitalise on those opportunities that they
Asher
get.
creates so much space, doesn't she, just from like minimal movements. So she's the captain of the team as well. I'm sure she's captain, isn't she? And she makes a big difference in that squad. I think she started really well because they only scored 3 goals, didn't they, for the first 5-8 minutes. So I think she made a big difference, started sinking some real crucial shots, didn't she, for them to keep them in the game.
At the other end, in the first quarter we had quite a few missed shots from Rachel Dunn, which was quite surprising.
They were only under the post. She's like this far away from the post, so we can let her have them.
Do you think that, as a shooter yourself, or I've been a shooter, do you think that's something that gets into her head and makes her a little bit more nervous? Do you think that's why it's been a dodgy start?
It did make her a little bit more tentative, guys. But I think she's settled back in, didn't she? She'll be fine.
Yeah.
She's hit some good shots.
Storm are now starting to find a little bit more of a rhythm. That first part of the second quarter was quite evenly matched, but then they pulled ahead again and were 49 in that second quarter. They seem to be finding the feed into Dunn a lot more easily. Tamsin taking control quite high up in the middle of the court, but bringing it down and getting that ball in there now.
Yeah, I think sometimes Rachel's having to come out to create space for Pam, but I think either of it's working. Pam's split is brilliant, isn't it? So she gets so close to the post that, yeah, they'll be fine. They've dominated. Although it's been a bit scrappy, they've still won every quarter safely.
So what's your result at the end of this game? It's 30-17 to Storm at the moment. What's your final score?
I think Storm are getting to the 60s, and I reckon probably around about 39 goals, for Bath. So 61-39, I'm going to go for that.
Let's wait and see what comes up in the second half then. Thanks, Gemma.
Thanks.